going on, everybody? This is Mr. Shadowraw here with Too Many Opinions, coming at you with a new topic, and this is called Forever Franchises. As you can tell above, some of the things we're going to be talking about. Forever franchises, if you don't know what they are franchises that movie studios do not plan on stop making. For example, Marvel is a forever franchise. Yes, they have plans up to Phase 3, but Disney has come out recently and said they don't plan on stopping at Phase 3. With Marvel coming up with new characters and passing the torch on to other characters, they have said that it is a possibility to continue the movies, the Avenger movies, the Captain America's, Iron Man stuff, continue those on after actors have stepped aside. Which, money-wise, it's a smart idea. Fan-wise, great idea. And so we're all down with it. So like I said, Disney does not plan on stopping with Marvel, and which is a great thing. And I don't think that's something they're ever going to sell either. It's too much money that they're bringing in. Even if it slows down, it's still money they're going to be bringing in. But the only thing they have to do is to keep the new characters. They have to get people that want to stick to the franchise for a long time, kind of like the actors we got now. Now, obviously, some of these guys are going to be in their 50s, late 40s. I think Robin Downey Jr. is going to be like 57 by the time he finishes, Phase 3 or something like that. And so he's already talked about stepping aside, stepping down, and not doing more Iron Man films, which recently came out and said he was willing to do another one. In order for them to step on, we'll have to make sure it goes to good people, good actors. And with Disney, I really feel like they can do that. Another forever franchise that Disney has talked about never stop doing is Star Wars. Now, the great thing about Star Wars is it's not like Marvel to where it's limited in the one universe. Star Wars, it's a universe. It's massive. You got stuff happening on different sides of the galaxy. And so you could have these guys doing something certain or whatever, and it could relate to this over here, but it could be its own story. And there's so many different stories out there and fan scripts out there about their favorite characters or characters they created. I know we are getting the Han solo film. Not really excited for it because it hurts. Not really on the heart, but down a little bit lower where you got stabbed. Spoiler alert. Boba Fett would be cool. I'd like to see Boba Fett. But there's so many different characters you could do that just weren't really directly in Star Wars. You could just say it's this guy, a Star Wars story, and they can just continue with Star Wars. And so it could continue and keep going. The only thing that would have to change is stories and formulas. With episode 7, we saw a kind of a repeat of episode 4. And with episode 8 coming out, not this year, but next year, we can't have the same formula. Because you cannot continue a franchise based on the same formula. There are different enemies out there, and obviously nothing's going to be as big as a planet destroyer and stuff of that nature, but you can find other things to make great stories of. And that's what Disney's really going to have to do. Another one that seems like it's a forever franchise is Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible just came out there, number 5. Yeah, 5th movie. Tom Cruise has said he doesn't plan on stopping for 1, but I think he signed on for 3 more. The 5th one was the highest grossing yet, and I heard it was really good. High action pack. I haven't seen it yet. I really need to. But these movies, in my opinion, are only getting better and better. And so if they're going to continue to keep getting better, let them keep going. Eventually they're going to come to a point that Tom Cruise isn't going to be able to do it no more. Because he's not, sliding across the floor in his underwear age anymore. He's getting up there to where he's going to have to use a walker to slid across. But for as long as he keeps doing it, keeps giving great films, I say keep going with them. Star Trek has been a big question whether it's going to be a forever franchise or not, because they are doing good. This latest one got great reviews, and they can just keep going. They got young actors to play all these characters, so they have something they can build off for years to come. Unfortunately, one of the actors just passed away in a tragic car accident, and I would hate to see them try to replace him, but that's a question of whether they should or they shouldn't. But I do feel like that if this thing is to continue, that it would honestly be better of a TV show than an actual movie. Obviously, the same actors would not take part in the TV show because most of them stick to movies and not TV shows. And so I just feel like now we're in a time where we can make the original Star Wars as good as they were supposed to be. The original Star Wars was made for a time of this period, just didn't have the graphics. It was so beyond anything else that I feel like it could thrive right now. People would watch it. I definitely know my geek self would. I'm a Trekkie, bam. So I would like to see it as a TV show, but then again, I am more than happy to keep watching the movies over and over and over. Another forever franchise is actually one that I'm not really thrilled about, but right now it's Fast and the Furious. Unfortunately, Mark Wahlberg died, rest in peace. But Vin Diesel signed on for more films. After finishing his 7th one, they said he signed on for 2 or 3 more. And so it's like, how many more are you going to make? How many, driving concepts, jumping from retarded this building to that retarded building can you really make? But if it keeps bringing in the money, then why stop something? The only problem with movies that continue to make more and more, like at one point I think we all thought Saw was going to be a forever franchise. And there's another Saw coming out called Saw Legacy. It started filming last week. Why are you texting me right now? Anyways, and the franchise just got worse and worse. And after the third one, didn't make sense to the first 2. And once that happens, that seems to happen a lot in movies. Once you get to the third one, then something doesn't make sense to the first 2. A prime example to that was Paranormal Activities. If you watch the first 2, and when they talk about the past and what happened in the past, it doesn't match up with the third film. So it's like, what are you doing? And then that one just kept going and going. I think there were 5 of them, and I think there's another one coming out in October. So the question is, what should and should not be a forever franchise? And what needs to stop? The Saw movies obviously need to stop. The Paranormal Activities movies need to stop. My opinion, Fast and Furious needs to stop. We need to continue with the Star Wars. I feel like we could continue Indiana Jones films, but the torch would have to get passed. Harrison Ford is just getting too old, and that's one reason that he was okay with his character dying in episode 7 was because he just didn't want to keep doing it. He didn't have the love in it that all the fans did, obviously, and he stepped away, and I think was a good way. I guess we'll just have to see where it goes from here, but comment below. Let me know what you think should be a forever franchise. Let me know what you think should stop just now before it just gets worse. There's a movie coming out. I don't know if anybody's seen Boondock Saints. If you know who I am, you know I love that film. That's one of the most amazing films of all time. The sequel is one of the worst sequels of all time. And then there's a third one. I forgot the name of it too. Anyway, Legion, Boondock Saints Legion. And so there's a third one coming out, and I was just like, stop. Okay, we got it. We got a bad second one. Unless it redeems, it's just going to be worthless. But let me know what you think below. Hit that subscribe button. Hit those like buttons. Please, give me that support that I truly want. Check out the Facebook page. And thanks for watching, guys.